watch out, that your skin can bring you so much pain. Now I hear you say.
All right, we're on. Welcome, everyone. Thank you to Brooks for hosting us here. For people at home, we're on the Sydney Harbour. Bouncing a bit before, I was getting a bit worried about my seasickness that I don't really have, but I was thinking maybe I do have some seasickness. Sydney Harbour, what's the time? 7:50. And we're here thanks to Brooks. Been for a run, Croaks. You led the run out. Massive welcome to you. Welcome to all our live audience here. Just enjoyed some food, some drinks, and a bit of a shakeout run. Welcome to you also, Moose, the 2:14 marathoner. 2 days out from the Sydney Marathon.
Thanks, mate. It's good to be back in Sydney, the home of our home major now. And coming in off the plane, like a lot of running tourists around, a lot of running tourism up here. Every brand is out showing, what do they call it? Showing up in the city, activating, all those sorts of things. So there's a lot going on up here.
There's only one on the harbour though, isn't there?
Well, because I speak to a lot of brands, everyone is very jealous that Brooks has this boat. This is the highlight, I reckon, of the weekend.
For the people at home too, the audio will sound a lot better than this time last year. And what we're like, I don't want to bag out last year's boat, but this feels like a big upgrade from last year's boat. And last year's boat was a good boat, Croaks.
Yeah, the key to this one is we can actually put our drinks down and they're not going to fall over. Yeah. So there's a lot less rocking going on. So, no, can't wait for the podcast.
There is. So this is our second of 3 podcasts for the week. We did a Monday night show that went for 2 hours and 15 minutes. We're on for about 40 minutes today, and then we've got a post-Sydney Marathon show on Sunday. Got a couple of new segments, boys, that I want to run past you. But first off, we're going to be talking about the hype of Sydney Marathon. We've got a couple people here, well, probably more than a couple, who are running Sydney Marathon on Sunday. So we're going to talk about some tips, maybe a bit of a course preview as well. We've also got a special guest. Tom Do Canto is going to be joining us, one of the top 4, top 5, maybe the 4th seed, top 6. Not sure what he is, but we'll get to Tom Do Canto at one stage as well. But first to you, Moose. You kind of spoke about Sydney as a major. I haven't noticed it too much. I haven't been to the expo yet. You're prepping someone who's going to be, racing for the top spot in the Australian female race on Sunday. Talk to me about the vibe, what you're feeling so far. Has it stepped up again from last year? Because I feel like 2 years ago to last year, huge step. Do you think it's going to step up again?
Yeah, I just got off the plane, got on the train down to here, and then just hung out a little bit at the base of the race hotel, which is the W over there. So if anyone wants to go autograph hunting or go get some selfies, hang out at the bottom of the W, because that's where all the elites are staying.
Most their coaches too.
Yeah. Some athletes ask for some coach.
But you're not there.
No, I'm in Bondi.
Okay.
So I think I fit in better in Bondi anyway.
He's got a lanyard though. He's got a lanyard for his athlete.
Yeah, I can't wait to bust the lanyard out. That's an inside joke anyway, Craig. It's actually, like, Sydney, I haven't been here long enough, but I've been hanging out down there long enough to see just the massive groups of tourists that come over as collectives. I think that's when we went to Berlin and Tokyo. That's what was really noticeable, is people travel in groups for the majors. They come over, and I already saw, like, the big groups, and the nationality groups too, so like a big batch of Indonesians came past us before. All runners, obviously, wearing running shoes, running apparel. I think they came through the Hyperion House, checked it all out. They probably do a bit of an activation tour. That's the difference between a Sydney Marathon and a Melbourne Marathon, is the groups of the internationals.
Croaks, you've been studying the field. You have a very special day on Sunday where you're going to sit in the media truck and tell the people what cameras to look at. I think that's your role.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get my head around the role. I actually haven't had a meeting with the people that I'm working for. Hopefully that'll happen tomorrow, but I understand that I'll be in the media truck at the Opera House, and they'll have like 8 or so different cameras on, like, the lead men, the chase pack for the men, the lead women, the chase pack for the women, and obviously the Aussie races as well. And I think my job is to identify any sort of significant moves and that sort of thing and let them know so they can hopefully cut it and show it at some point during the telecast. So, yeah, I'm excited for that, and just excited to see how the back end works of something like a major broadcast for, such a big event. I got sent a document throughout the week, and it was 200 pages long. And this thing goes into the detail of which satellites they're actually sending the broadcast to, which will then come back. It's phenomenal. So I'm excited.
Are you concerned because it's a global feed that the Australians might not get the attention they usually do?
Potentially, but I think that's part of the reason why they brought me on was to try and improve that aspect of the telecast. And we've been critical of that in the past, where I think some of the other majors have done it really well. Like, for example, Berlin Marathon. They'll always, they probably spend more time showing the lead Germans in Berlin Marathon than they do the elite, especially with those years when Kipchoge's minutes in front. So hopefully they do show some Aussies this year.
Hey boys, I did tell you I got a new segment. When you do 3 podcasts in a week, you need a new segment. This is ripped straight off SEN on a Monday night. They do Take It or Leave It. You're familiar with it? I'm going to give you a statement. You can tell me if you agree or disagree. Like, you can take the statement or you can leave it. You don't agree. Now, just because I read the statement doesn't mean that I agree with the statement. Okay? Some of these we might have to cut. We'll see how we go. First one, though. Quietly, the Sydney Marathon would be disappointed with the Australian elite fields, considering the money they put up for the Australian-only prize money. Croaks?
I'll take it.
Taking that statement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think you look at all of the other majors, like look at the US majors, they are so well supported by the American athletes. And imagine how cool it would be to have Brett Robinson, Jack Rayner, Jimmy Whelan, Pat Tiernan, all on the streets of Sydney this weekend.
Anything to add there, Moose?
Well, a bit of a talking point, actually. This has been a real clear example of how a brand sponsor can potentially influence the fields. Because if you look at the Australian field, it is nearly entirely ASICS athletes. There was a post put up by Athletics Australia that showed the Australian field, and without, like, you exclude Ali, maybe Tommy, who is obviously a tracksmith athlete. Is that still right, Tommy? ASICS dominates the entire field, and we have a bit of a message thread with a few people, and we plugged it in there, and I think one of the comments back was that Nike pay decent bonuses for their athletes to run at Melbourne Marathon. ASICS probably pay good bonuses for their athletes to show up at ASICS events. So yeah, even though the prize money is great, it almost seems like the sponsors are disincentivizing their athletes to show up.
Okay. Second one is about Tommy. He's got a history of beating the pros in this race. Does he take a pro scalp on Sunday?
Or maybe one of the female scalps. I don't think he's going that good. Maybe he can
there
tell
are some very good females here, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Be careful
maybe
in
I
these
said
areas,
maybe.
yeah.
Said maybe. I'm not certain that he will. But I think Tommy comes on paper. What do you come? 4th, Tom?
4th seed.
On paper. 4th seed, yeah. Geez, you ran 2:13 last year.
Good run. Year before.
Who are the so there's 3 pros.
Took down Brett Robinson, didn't you?
Huh. We got Andy Buchanan, Liam Bood, and Tim Vincent. Are we calling them pros?
Less pros. There's only 3 to take down.
Did he take down 1?
That's the question. That's to take it or leave it.
I would need them to have a very bad day.
I love Tommy, but I'm going to leave it based on just what we're chatting about upstairs and the fact that he's already got his eye on Geelong Marathon and Melbourne Marathon as potential paydays.
Moose, this next one's for you. You love pacing marathons correctly. You're the wise man when it talks about race strategy. You don't often do it yourself, but for the runners out there in the room and people listening, is it safe to say that although the first half is downhill, you're still better off trying to negative split this course?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Thank you.
Because I do think that after Centennial Park, there is a lot of downhill to be had. And once you get to that point of the event, you don't really have to have the brakes on that much when you're heading downhill. So you can unleash a little bit more. In the first half, yeah, there might be some downhill, but you're still sort of thinking conservative thoughts. Once you get out of Centennial and you're going downhill, Yeah, it's almost time to sort of to let Fluffy off the chain a little bit. Like let's start getting after it, and the brakes sort of disappear. You can move up a gear because there's not so much that can hurt you after that. You're still going downhill. So I think there's some free kilometres to be had from 30 to 40.
Okay. Krogs, put your business hat on. Ali Pashley, Andy Buchanan, Tim Vincent, Liam Buden, Izzy Bat Doyle and Brett Robinson in their pacing roles are all managed by Nick Beddoe. This will be the easiest money he ever makes on Sunday when he takes his 20% for appearance fees, prize monies and time bonuses.
I'll take it. It's pretty easy money.
Easy money from a hotel room.
But is Nick managing Brett anymore?
Oh, Croaks, what do you got?
I don't know. Just a whisper.
Not on my sheet here. What do you got?
You're confident in that 20%?
Is it 20% or 15%? 10%, whatever it is. A percentage of some big prize.
We don't know what percentage it is. Let's just be clear. Like that's your.
That's just on the
your
sheet
number.
Here. 8%. I don't know.
He takes a percentage, but yeah, no, you're right about the Brett Robinson thing. Like I even think that he mentioned it on his own podcast. No longer training with the Melbourne Track Club.
Okay, next one. Moose, this is for you. Croaks will tell at least 20 people in the media room on Sunday that although he isn't registered, he's ran quicker than the over 45 Australian 10K record time.
Oh, take it.
Taken.
Yeah. What did you say, 10?
Yeah, I think I said 20, at least 20.
Closer to 20 than 10.
Okay, good. Croaks, this one's for you. Moose pacing Ali on Sunday will break him for the rest of the year.
I think the laugh from the crowd gave it away. I'll take it. Hats off to him. He loves putting it out there, but I just hope that he's running for the rest of the year because, I know how much he loves running and I'd hate to see him injured again.
We'll get to his plans towards the end of the show. Moose, Hyperion Elite 6, I'm going to wear it on Sunday. I think it's on par with what every other brand delivers for their super shoe. Taking it or leaving it? You're the man in the shoe industry.
Well, I'm taking it because I had a choice of which race shoe to wear from any brand at Albert Park 10K, and I picked this shoe. But that was not there's no influence outside of me picking a shoe I wanted to run in. So take it. And we sat here last year, and I said that these are the two shoes now finally in the performance category that someone might actually wear from Brooks, because they've never really had an offering that I think competed, and we come here a year later and all of a sudden they're not just competing, but like this Hyperion Elite 6 is a genuine sort of top 3 race shoe in the industry now.
Final one. When you look at the elite international field that Sydney has, like when you actually go through the people there, the names, the PBs, what they've done at other World Marathon Majors, Olympics, World Champs, all those kind of things, it's actually a very impressive list of athletes. However, because the hype was so high last year with Kipchoge and Safan Hassan, it feels like it doesn't have the same hype from an international point of view. Is that me or you're taking that, Croaks?
No, I'll take it. And we're having this discussion on the run tonight. Obviously, Kipchoge is a very well-known name, not just in running, but just in like the punters know who Kipchoge is because he was the first guy to go under 2 hours, even though it didn't count. I don't think the general public get as pumped by having the current world champions here because they don't know their stories. And I noticed that I was walking down with Viv to the Brooks Hyperion House, and there was a heap of like African runners, jogging back to the hotel, and I couldn't tell you who they were. Like I just don't know them that well enough, so I don't think the stories are out there well enough for us to have that buy-in, and that's probably why there's not quite as much hype because everyone knew who Kipchoge was.
Good. That's all I had, fellas. What'd you think? Nice segment.
It's pretty good. Pretty good way to get through.
Do you take it or leave it?
I'll take the
You
segment.
keep it in? It's no critical call. But when you got 3 shows in the 1 week, Croaks, you got to get creative here and rip off some other people. Hey, our next guest, he's had success here before. He's one of our shoe geeks. He's won the Ballarat Marathon back in 2024. A massive welcome to Tom Do Canto. Please give him a round of applause. Thanks for being on board, Tom.
Thanks, Brady.
Interrupted build-up, Tommy, but you're going to be here. It's your local marathon.
Yeah, got to be here. This is my 4th year in a row now, so it's good.
You
Looking
got
forward to it.
in. You got in when the prize money wasn't even announced. That kind of year, didn't you? Like everyone, it was like
No, I
some
think
whispers.
I knew there was prize money.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I think maybe that was it.
Give us a quick summary about how the prep's gone. We saw you pacing Isabel Doyle at Gold Coast half marathon. What's that? Probably 6-8 weeks ago.
Yeah. Just super interrupted since Ballarat. So I ran Ballarat and literally in the warm down, my back went into spasm and I had like lower back issues off the back of that for, I don't know, a month or so. And then sickness, just stock standard winter stuff. So a couple of colds, maybe 2 or 3 colds back to back. And then just starting to get going. So I did the classic cram into this, got a little bit more. I think my biggest week of the last 3 months was last week. So, yeah, we'll see how we go.
Building momentum, we call this, don't we?
I'm building momentum, exactly.
Into
So
the
shorter taper because I'm just building into it. And to be fair, my body's feeling the best it has in the last 3 months, like this last week.
So the plan,
feeling
like
good.
weather's looking good Sunday. The plan for
Yeah.
you?
Just go out conservative, just as I have done like last year as well. Just not really fussed with running with anyone in particular. Just going out based on feel. I've got no like actual time goal really. Just go out at a pace I think feels what it should feel like at the start. And as you know, it's going to feel pretty easy that first 5K in Sydney. But yeah, just I think on a good day I'll maybe get under 2:18. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. You've done well at executing really good races here. Like we joked around it before that you beat the pros, but you often have like batted above your average, I guess, going into this race. What can you pass on to people in the room and people who are going to listen to this tomorrow about ways to execute so well on the course?
I do think like the first downhill is steep enough that if you go a little bit too hard on that first downhill, your quads will know about it in the last 5 or 10K. So I don't know which one of you boys was talking about it, but like increasing your cadence a little bit on those downhills, taking shorter, faster steps, not striding out, not trying to bank time on those downhills early. That'll pay dividends in the end for sure. Not having, you can't really have like set splits in the first sort of up to the first 18K really, because it's just up and down, twisty, turny. Piemont's got lots of little ups and downs and turns. So your splits are going to be all over the place, and that's fine. Just don't try and have even splits. Anzac Parade, you can start to get into a rhythm. You can start just trying to lock into a pace. And then just enjoy the last 12K because, like, yeah, that's when you can sort of unleash a bit, and that's when the atmosphere really kicks up. Like last year, heading into Centennial, literally that last 12K, and I literally felt like the atmosphere gave me like a physiological benefit. That's what I felt like. I just felt like it was like an energy gel. It was like I don't know, like 10 Mortons. It was big. So yeah, it was. Yeah. Sorry, precision. Yeah. So just enjoy that last bit, but save a bit of energy for that. Yeah, just that last 12K. And yeah, if you need any advice on portalers, there's some good portalers just before Centennial. They're great.
What is your favourite part of the course, Tom? Because you're from Sydney, like you get around here. What's the bit where you just love running through?
It's just got to be getting to the park, Centennial. And now that, like the year we did it, and even the years before where there was all those extra little laps and dog legs, you don't have to do that now. So it's just nice, you're heading to the park, you do a hot lap, you get out of there, and you're heading to the Opera House. So it's got to be that, because that's also like last year, the year before, like when we ran it, it was not like there wasn't great atmosphere in there either. But yeah, now there is. So it's got, and I train there on Saturdays. It's like it's pretty eerie going in there with a big event like that, just where it's normally just us doing a session. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was actually just reminding Tom about that race that we ran together. I looked after him so much that day. So one time he dropped his drink, I think, Tom, or he missed his drink. And I was running with a friend at the time, and I said, "Oh, just wait for Tom. Like, let's wait for Tom." And then he caught back up. I said, "No worries, Tom." Didn't say thank you, by the way. And then a kilometre later, he just takes off, surges on me, and drops me.
That is definitely not accurate.
That is exactly what happened. And he never even said thank you or gave me part of the prize money.
I literally told you just to... just to tuck in. Let's do it. And you didn't. I didn't pick up the pace. You said no. You go.
Just on the pacing job at was it Gold Coast? Did you ever get part of that prize money? Did he give you a little cut?
He didn't give me anything. To be fair,
She didn't give you a cut.
No. But to be fair to Ryan, he emailed me. So I was going to race it, and then I emailed Ryan. I'm like, I can't. I'm not in the fitness to race. I can try if you want me to pace someone, like pace the women maybe. I'll be up for that. And he was like, yep, no worries. And then like I got sick again leading in, so I was like, sorry, Ryan, I don't even know if I'm about to pace anymore. And so I organised Aiden Hobbs. I'm like, I'll find someone else. So I got Aiden to come and pace. And I kind of came good, and I said, "Oh, we're going up there anyway, Ryan. I'll just see what I can do." And he's like, "Oh, no worries, Tom. You can still stay in the hotel, whatever." And then he emails me like a week ago, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, by the way, Tom, I got to give you some money for that. You did such a good job at the pace job." I wasn't expecting anything, but yeah. So I got paid, and yeah. So yeah, no, kudos to Ryan. He does a good job up there. Yeah.
Tommy, you've been in this sport for quite a while now. You won Melbourne Marathon. Was that 2016?
Yeah. 2016.
Yeah, so two parts of the question. First one is, what is your fueling strategy for Sunday, and how much has it changed since 2016?
It's a bad question for me because I'm terrible at fueling. It probably hasn't changed much since then, to be honest, which is pretty sad. I'm like 40 grams an hour kind of guy. That's kind of like my limit. So still working on it, work in progress. But
Next question. Why do you get sick so often?
I got 2 young kids. I work full time, training for marathons.
Does that have anything to do with your fueling?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Be nice to the guest, Moose.
Leave it. Is it leave it? Take it or leave it? Leave it.
Do you and Tom want to talk shoes? You guys know shoes better than anyone. Do you want to talk about Hyperion Elite 6?
Yeah, finally we don't have that anchor that's holding us back, Tom, with Knitter.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no. He's always holding us back.
Should we talk about the Hyperion Elite 6? Because this got the major update. The Hyperion Elite 4, we did... I mean, the Hyperion Max 4 we talked about a lot last time because that was like a significant update when it arrived. And there is an upper change to the shoe, but there's nothing different underfoot. So it's not quite as exciting talking about this shoe, which you have.
Yep.
Yep. You tossed up whether to wear it on Sunday. I know you did.
I've been loving it, to be fair. I have.
So did you ever have a Hyperion Elite in the past?
No. I was tempted to try the previous iteration, never got around to it, but no, it's the first Brooks racing shoe I've used.
Yeah. Give us like a rundown on your experience in it so far.
It's different to it. It's a funny one. It's not very similar to any other shoe, but it kind of has elements of other shoes that I've worn. So to me, the foam is a lot softer than I'd expect from a Brooks shoe. It's quite soft, which is a good thing for like long road sort of sessions or races. So yeah, foam. First thing was like it's very soft, yet it's quite stable. So that mix, that balance of trying to get something that's soft, bouncy, yet stable. So it has both of those sort of features together, which is I think hard to execute. And just the plate it has a very early rocker. So there's a lot of shoes that have late rockers, like the Saucony Elite was like one of those like late rockers, like the Adios Pro 4 late rocker. This, like the Vaporfly, like the Puma DV8 Nitro Elite, like it has an early rocker, and I like it. It just feels soft yet propulsive. I think the rocker adds to that the early rocker to that sort of propulsion and smoothness that you feel with it. And then finally, just the upper, like the upper's phenomenal. It's one of the best race shoe uppers, if not, I'd say it is the best race shoe upper for sure. Actually, have we got a name for the little sticky dots yet? Do we know what in the heel counter?
They're like
official
silicon.
Name?
They're like
there's the little silicon dots in the heel counter on the foam padding. that just keep that heel locked in. There's zero slippage, and I hate slippage. So yeah, you're locked in the back there, and yeah, which is what you want. Like if you're trying to run fast in a shoe, you need the upper to contain your foot on that midsole. So I think there's a lot of super shoes out there that haven't quite got that mix right of getting the upper to do its job on a very sort of soft or narrow base.
Yeah, we often get carried away with the foam, the shape, the plate, and we forget about the most important thing about a shoe is how it fits. And especially if you're going over a hilly 42 kilometers, it might take you 3.5 hours, 4 hours, 4.5 hours. If the shoe doesn't fit well, that's the thing that's going to go wrong for you. It's the thing that you're going to have the most consequence with much before whether the foam's too firm or too soft, or the rocker's in a slightly wrong spot. And that's a Brooks, Brooks has been nailing that since day one. It's still why we sell more Brooks shoes than any other shoe in our store. But we live in a day and age of shoe companies trying to better each other and get faster and look great on treadmill testing results. And so we're ending up with more shoes that are sort of designed to be much more aggressive and have small sweet spots with a lot more consequence and a lot less forgiveness. And I think to me that's crazy because if you look at the average finish time for a marathon, it's 4.5 hours, and the most people, I think it's like over 80%, land through the rear foot. And this is a shoe that can accommodate that type of runner. Like you can see through the rear foot. Like there's just a nice, wider platform with a firmer foam back there that can accommodate someone landing in multiple areas of the shoe. So from my main takeaway was there is not one sweet spot in this shoe. You can land in multiple areas and still feel like it's working for you. Versus some of the others that if you don't hit that sweet spot, you're getting a very harsh feedback, and so you have to really just hit the right spot each time, which leads to a real overload of certain muscles.
And on that's like when we were talking to Damien about economy testing with the Pumas. It's all, it is all well and good to have a really high testing running economy. You kind of want that, but it doesn't tell you anything about your economy, 20k, 30k into the marathon. So this is the sort of shoe where if your form does sort of start to take a bit of a hit later in the race, it'll accommodate it. You can hit it anywhere and it's going to take care of you.
Yep. You boys have comments on this?
Croaks talked me into wearing it at Ballarat a couple of weeks ago, didn't you, Croaks? And then, Dan, you were saying the upper's got, is it waterproof?
It's not waterproof, but it's the yarn is coated so it doesn't take on excess moisture.
Yeah, because we were more talking about the grip. I had a half marathon in Ballarat and it was typical Ballarat weather, and Croaks nah, wear that. The grip on the bottom's the real deal. So, yeah, I had a great experience in it that day. Going to be in it on Sunday. Only fond memories, which is looking forward to getting out there for 42k on Sunday. Tommy, best of luck. We need one pro singlet that you go past. Okay?
I'll do my best.
We'll go past an African that's on the side of the road for sure.
There'll be some blow-ups.
Yeah. There were a couple of people will be stepping off in Centennial Park.
Which Australian pro runner do you want to go past first?
I'm not answering that. You know the answer.
Oh, do we?
I think I do.
Yeah, he does.
Tell me off air. We'll tell everyone here off air when we finish recording.
All right,
Okay. Thanks, Tommy. I'm going to grab that mic off you because we're going to do some predictions. Croaks, give me the winner of the men's race and women's race, and also tell me the first Australians across the line and why.
All right. This is more with my maybe heart than my head for the men, and Hagos Gebruet. So making his debut. But this guy is a winner. He knows how to get the job done. He's run 57.41 for the half marathon. He's won Diamond Leagues. I think he's the second fastest guy over 5k ever. And given Sydney's not there's a chance that Sydney's more of a tactical race. I think these guys that have run really well over the half marathon sometimes struggle when they go to Valencia because they just can't keep that fast pace for the whole 2 hours. Whereas if it's a bit slow through halfway. That's not going to take too much out of him, and then he can almost bring that half marathon pace into the second half of the race. So he's the guy that I'm sort of rooting for, but a bit of a roughie is Tabello Ramakon-Goanna. I don't think that's how you pronounce his surname. I'll go Tabello Rama. He's from Lesotho. His marathon's 2:04.18 from Boston this year. He finished third here last year, finished seventh at the Olympics, and finished sixth or seventh at Boston. And the fact that he knows the course, ran his PB at Boston, he's on the up. He's my roughie for the men. Women's Perez Jepchirchir, like her resume.
Yeah, I've got
one Valencia in a PB like 2:14. She's the current world champion. She's won London. She's won Boston. She's won New York. She's won the Olympics. Like, it's hard to go past her.
Is she the best female marathoner in the world at the moment?
Tig's a Cepha.
Yeah, probably not. But she wins.
Yeah.
And wins over hilly courses as well. So then that's mine. Aussies. Andy and Ellie.
Moose, any predictions?
Gebra Hewitt's the funnest one to watch. Sisse Lemma, he...
201 guy, Croaks didn't even mention him.
Yeah, just... Nah, he's my pick. He's the old boy. Surely you got to root for the old boys.
I do, but I just feel like when was the last time he ran super well?
What about Simbu? He's a world champ.
Yeah, I just wanted to mix it up.
Okay, sorry.
Like Moose said, the fun one is...
Gebra Hewitt is the fun one. Yalgo Sisse Lemma, this bloke's been around forever. He's, yeah, you've got his stats here. Why don't you read his stats out?
I actually have the females here. There's 24 females under Ali's PB of 226. Does Ali come top 10? A lot will pull out.
No, she doesn't come top 10.
What did Leanne? Didn't Leanne come 7th last year?
Yeah.
6th?
Do you remember Leanne's training leading into that?
Yeah.
She was running 200-kilometre weeks. She was beating everyone.
With influenza A.
Everyone.
Right.
She couldn't lose back then. Plus, she's an animal, and she ran 2:24, and I don't think it was the best day either. Like, so I don't see the Aussie girls going close to that.
Okay. The plan of like discussions happened in the hotel yet about pacing plans and stuff? And what's your role in that? Because the women's is kind of weird. Because it's BYO a bit. Whereas the men's are like, this is the pace we're going, everyone sit behind this guy.
Yeah, well, it's a bit different in the women's because there's sort of only 2 to 3 Australian contenders. And the race, like, they're never going to compete for the win of the actual race. So the discussion is, do we race Sydney as a race within a race, or is it do we try to run a specific time? And with the amount of money on the line for the actual race, like so far the discussion, like what we've talked about is how do we win the Australian race? But it's Ali's been doing this so long. She's way more geeky about it than me. She's looked at all the models for the wins and the paces, and she looked at last year's races, and so she doesn't need too much involvement from me. Maybe just some reinforcement that she's making the right decision.
I've loved Leanne and Ali's. A lot of the people here today are Patreon supporters, so they would have listened to Road to Somewhere. And I loved I currently love listening to how their relationships developed throughout the year doing that fortnightly show. Have they got like a side chat? Like where like she gets advice from Leanne? Push this corner, this is when it's going to feel good. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah. Could come in very handy if she hasn't. Start one tonight.
It is funny though, because like, not that they had beef or anything, but do you remember the World Cross Country in Bathurst when Ali went past her? When Ali was nearly, like, when Leanne had nearly, like, come, 16th was it at the time? Yeah, and she fell, and then sort of Ali went past and didn't even see her there. and took the glory that
She
day.
didn't.
Well, she did take the glory. She was like 19th.
Yeah, first Australian.
First Australian and like one
Leanne
of the,
was in the fencing, remember?
Yeah, that's right. So like that was supposed to be Leanne's that day. And, yeah. And so like they've sort of come together. And
They didn't have any beef.
No, they didn't have beef. I didn't say they had beef.
You
I said,
used the word beef.
At that point in time, Leanne would have had to have been sitting there going, "Oh, that was like it would have been hard to watch."
There's no beef at the moment because Leanne's on the sidelines and Ellie's hunting.
Ellie's killing her right now.
She could be a valuable resource over the next 24 hours. That's all I'm saying. Good predict. A lot of people on the shakeout asked me what my plan was. I said, I don't know. I said, whatever Moose and Ellie need from me in the back half of this marathon, but what's your plan? Because my plan's going to depend on your plan.
Well, I'm jogging, so
You're not jogging.
I am.
Are you?
Oh well, it might not be jogging, but I'm not going to go with you guys.
I thought you were pacing for the
No,
first
as soon as
25K.
you said that changed my plans entirely. I'm like, great, Ali's got a pacer now.
Nah.
I don't need to get involved here.
I want to come in at 25:30 when it gets tough. You
Yeah,
take the
good,
first
do
20.
that. No. I am going to jog.
You
Well,
are not going to jog.
It's not jogging when it's still hard work. So I'm going to run and try and run about 4 minutes a K.
Okay.
So that equals what, 2:45?
Boston qualifier. Here we
Yeah,
go.
well, I kind of want to get it. I want to finish a race. Like it's been a bit embarrassing the last few marathons. So I want to get one on the board, and maybe we can do some running tourism next year. Maybe we can be like the kooks that go to the expo and have flags, the Australian flag and all that.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe my take a call on you like destroying yourself in the first 25k and being injured has influenced your decision to run 4-minute Ks.
I don't think I could put up with you telling me how right you were if I did that. That would just, you would be insufferable if I did that again. So no, I'm going to keep that in my mind. Croaks is chat.
I like this beer, Moose.
I've still got to get around in 4 minutes. There's still a massive chance I blow up there.
You know, 22 to 42 has been a bit of a bogey for you.
How many marathons you run lately?
Relax,
Fucking hell.
boys. Relax. Relax. This is what happens. It gets heated. There's some predictions. We've had a shoe review. I've heard from Tommy. Bit of a take it or leave it. Massive thank you to people on this boat with us tonight. I know a lot of you guys are our Patreon supporters. That's why you're here. So we're very grateful of your support of the podcast over the years. Good luck to the people racing on Sunday. Be sure to yell out if you see us on the other side. Hit those mushroom posters, those power-ups.
Brady's definitely going to yell out at you if he sees you.
Yeah, I'll see
We
you.
know that.
I'll ask for as much attention as possible out there. Enjoy the rest of the time on this boat. It's a pretty unique experience. I know if someone said to us, 8 or 9 years ago when we started the podcast that you'd be doing a live podcast anchored on Sydney Harbour 2 days before Sydney Marathon, I would have been like, no, we will not be. So massive thank you to being here and your support of the podcast. And that's a wrap, boys. Good luck for Sunday, Croaks. Big job for you. Hopefully, what are you, third row back?
Yeah, I think I'm third, but yeah, please don't slide into my DMs if you don't see any Aussies. It's not my fault.
No. Giving you a hard time. Good luck, Moose. 4-minute Ks. Hope that you have some success as a coach.
Yeah. Well,
Coaching an
that'd be
Australian
fun.
champ would
I
be
hope that I can see the race at some point at 4 minutes a K. Like, I'm sort of banking on that. I think it's about maybe like 19K when you sort of hook right and then come back. I hope I'm not too slow where I miss Ali coming past. And then on Anzac Parade, I should be able to see her on the other side of the road. So that'll be what I'm looking forward to.
Just stop your watch, go into the middle and just give her a bit of a cheer.
Give her a spray.
Yeah. Coaching advice?
No, I don't think so.
He could just cut out that whole Anzac Parade and go back.
Yeah. Then I could start pacing in that position.
We're getting in real dangerous territory.
So, Brady, that means that you're in the lead women pack.
Nah.
Aren't you?
No, lead Australian women.
Well, that's,
Yeah. No, he is. Yeah.
I don't know about this.
No, you
I'm
are.
finding
Ali
out.
and I discussed this. You are.
Yeah, without me in this conversation.
Yeah, she said you love this, though.
Yeah.
It's a bit of look at me time for you.
Yeah, I like this idea. I like this idea.
I know.
I got
I
this
knew
idea.
that'd get it over the line.
I got this idea that Caitlin drops us and then we pull her in over the last 5K.
and then
And then I out-dip her at the finish line, yeah.
Yeah.
Get in the photos and stuff.
It's all
I'm
there.
not going to do that. Massive thank you for being here. Good luck to all the listeners running on Sunday. Massive thanks to Brooks again. An amazing experience here. Plenty of Brooks shoes around. Make sure you grab one. Check out the Josh Kirst bike, which is in front of us here. Crazy to think that that's legal, isn't it? Like,
Well,
they have done such a good job to fit it within the regulations.
We discussed this. I was talking about this before. It's actually like these massive sidewalls on the shoe.
So does that mean it doesn't affect the stack height?
Well, yeah, no, they measure from the middle of the shoe. So
Ah.
it's like, yeah. I'm not sure exactly how they've structured this, but it looks like it's thicker on the outside, and then it goes thinner through the middle. That's just my take on it.
That's come straight from Seattle. One of the employees has run the Sydney Marathon, brought it over. They'd be the only one in Australia? How many are there in the world? Don't know.
How many do you have to sell before it becomes a legal shoe to be used? Yeah. So, yeah, there must have to be some for sale at some point, right?
What size are you, Tommy? Do you have to send it back? Or do you get to keep it? Good work. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to get a drink. Enjoy the rest of your time on the boat. We're done. All right, fellas.